ARMY cries. Taehyung finally leaves BTS. Jungkook regrets it so much. What's up with HYBE? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the stories behind the headlines, especially when they hit close to the hearts of ARMY. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a moment. Now, take a deep breath. Because what you're about to hear may change the way you see everything. It started with silence. An absence that felt heavier than words. Taehyung V of BTS, known for his charismatic smile, his soulful voice, his quiet warmth, was suddenly just gone. No cryptic Weverse post. No Instagram story. Not even a shadow in the background of Bangtan content. ARMY noticed it immediately. They always do. And within hours, the whispers began, is Taehyung okay? Did something happen? Why does Jungkook look so off in his latest appearance? But the real shock came days later, when Jungkook, during a brief live, looked directly into the camera, paused, and with a barely audible voice, muttered something no one was ready for. I wish I'd said something earlier. Maybe he wouldn't have made that decision. What decision? Why the regret? And where on earth was Taehyung? To understand the storm brewing beneath the surface, we need to rewind. Not just to last week or last month, but back to the very beginning of BTS's rise. Back to 2013, when a group of boys under a tiny company named BigHit risked everything to debut in an industry dominated by giants. Taehyung, the boy who was never even revealed as a member before debut, had already been hidden once. That anonymity shaped him. Created a deep inner world that fans would later come to love through his photography, his poetry, and his haunting lyrics. But it also planted seeds of isolation. Seeds that, over time, under the spotlight's scorching heat, began to grow. Fast forward to 2022. BTS announced their hiatus. Or at least, that's how the media spun it. The company called it a focus on solo projects. But ARMY knew something was off. Taehyung especially seemed distant. Despite luxury trips, fashion deals, and magazine covers, there was a strange ache in his eyes. Like a man smiling at a party he didn't want to be at. And that's where Jungkook comes in. If there's one relationship ARMY holds dear, it's the quiet, beautiful bond between Jungkook and Taehyung. Jungkook, the golden magne who grew up under Taehyung's protective wing. Their friendship wasn't loud. It was never the most documented. But it was felt. In the glances. The matching bracelets. The silent understanding. So when Jungkook said maybe he wouldn't have made that decision, fans weren't just shocked. They were devastated. Was Taehyung leaving BTS? And if so, why? The next few days sent social media into meltdown. A leaked memo from HYBE, quickly deleted, hinted at upcoming structural shifts in artist management and strategic branding. Strategic branding? For BTS? That's not a band. That's a family. Right? But here's where things take a chilling turn. An insider, an anonymous former staffer, shared a voice note with a fan forum that has since been scrubbed from the internet. In it, the voice, shaky and muffled, says, he asked them to respect his space. He didn't want his every moment turned into profit. He just wanted to breathe. But HYBE said it would confuse the shareholders. Shareholders. That one word hit ARMY like a slap. This wasn't about music anymore. It was about business. Numbers. Control. Suddenly, the theory didn't seem so far-fetched. Had Taehyung finally reached his breaking point? Meanwhile, Jungkook went quiet. Until one night, in the early hours, he returned to livestream. No stylists. No lights. Just him. And a single sentence that sent shivers across the globe. There are things I can't explain, but I miss him. He didn't say a name. But everyone knew. What followed was an emotional roller coaster. Old clips resurfaced, Taehyung tearfully hugging Jungkook during their final concert before enlistment. Behind-the-scenes footage of Taehyung walking alone backstage, head down, while others laughed. The clues were always there. We just didn't see them. And now, the question echoes louder than ever. Did HYBE push Taehyung too far? Or did he choose to leave, before they took more of his soul? But wait. It gets stranger. Because just when ARMY began to make peace with the idea of Taehyung stepping back, he reappeared. Not on Weverse. Not on HYBE channels. But in a fan video. A blurry clip, posted from a quiet art gallery in Paris. Wearing a mask. Looking at a painting. Alone. And yet, not hiding. Some say it was staged. That it was his way of saying I'm still here. Others believe it was a desperate escape, that he's trying to find himself again, away from the machine that made him. But one thing is clear. Jungkook hasn't been the same. He's more distant in interviews. His smile fades too quickly. And during one radio guesting, when asked if he missed the group, he froze for a second too long before whispering, "Every day." That pain? It's real. And so is the weight of regret. But what exactly is he regretting? Not fighting harder for Taehyung? Not speaking out when he saw things unraveling? Or is it something deeper, something ARMY hasn't uncovered yet? The truth is tangled. Messy. Painful. And it's just beginning to unravel. As the world speculated and ARMY held their breath, HYBE remained curiously silent. No official statement. No clarification. No denial. Just silence. The same kind of silence that swallows up uncomfortable truths. That erases people without having to say goodbye. But this wasn't just anyone. This was Kim Taehyung. The same Taehyung who once said, "Music saved me when nothing else could." The same Taehyung who poured his heart into songs like Scenery, Blue and Gray, and Love Me Again. The same Taehyung who stood in the center of the storm when BTS changed the face of the global music industry. And now, he was nowhere to be found within the walls that once celebrated him. If this video made your heart ache or your mind wonder, if you miss Taehyung and want answers, or if you believe in the strength of BTS's bond, leave a comment below. Tell us what you think is really happening. And most importantly, share this with a fellow ARMY who needs to know they're not alone in this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more deep dives and untold stories from the BTS universe. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep believing in the magic that started with just 7 boys and a dream.